So, alright, ghetto people, me I go continue from where me did stop. So, in the 1930s, workers across the Caribbean were displeased with their wages and treatment, having no choice since free labor no longer existed. Babylon employed the children and grandchildren of former slaves and treated them unfairly. It was pretty much the same as it is today. Babylon pays poor people a wage just to give them enough money to survive and find lunch money, bus fare, and uniform to come to work. As unrest grew in the Eastern Caribbean, Jamaicans, of course, were influenced by the resistance of their Caribbean brothers and sisters, and they too started to protest their poor working conditions. Hence, we had the 1938 labor riots that started at Frome in Westmoreland and Seaford in St. Thomas. Many people give the Norman Manley and Bustamante credit for starting this, but although they took the unrest to another level, it was the poor ghetto, working classes people that started it. At Frome in Westmoreland, the workers were protesting low wages, and instead of acknowledging the workers' plight, the estate lined up a police force made up mainly of Irish soldiers and challenged them. Once again, people pre this. The workers at Frome just wanted to discuss their situation. The powers that be ignored them, and this led to national chaos. Babylon should learn from this because the two political parties that we have in Jamaica were largely developed based on those labor riots. In history, we see that change usually arises out of chaos, but the chaos and the loss of life would not be necessary if Babylon only listened to us in the first place. Society, Cartel hopes that you all listen to my song and understand its historical context. I came to you with the same pleas as my forefathers, the same pleas that Turkey had in 1760, Sharp in 1831, Bogle in 1865, and the Frome workers in 1938. This is the reason for writing this book. I am making a general plea on poor people's behalf in 2011. Society, please listen to me. The 1938 riots came right after the 1929 depression in the United States that had far-reaching effects. The US is just now emerging from the depths of a depression, and the regional economic situation is now the same as it was then. Please do something or something will go happen. The water bill last week we get make me no want to watch the show again. Cause the show never make me frightened so yet. You say that I am exaggerating when I say in the song that our electricity and water bills are scarier than horror movies. But in the ghetto, we are truly terrified by our inability to pay them. That's the main thing that keeps the heads of our households awake at night. See, in the ghetto, we can beat fence when the police are coming after us, but we can handle gunmen, and when hurricanes are coming, we can button up. But against the electricity and water bills, we hopeless. It's like the boss man as the meters functioning like robots. As soon as you miss one payment click, we know that pricing is determined by the forces of demand and supply. But in these two cases, there is a natural demand. People in Jamaica love to bathe, wash our clothes, and keep our houses clean. Since these are necessities, shouldn't the government make them more affordable to its citizens? Shouldn't there be more of an effort by the government to make energy and water supply more efficient and affordable? Shouldn't the government re-evaluate its privatization, experiment and see where it went wrong and nationalize some of these industries. How come some people live alone in a room and certain bills are 20,000 Jamaican dollars per month? How come some how come the lines are so long in certain places with everybody complaining that their bills are clearly wrong? How come our government allows certain companies to continue operations without an audit when the vast majority of their customers complain every day? How come people are losing certain services even when their bill is absolute wrong? How come you can live in some place and get one bill in August for 20,000 Jamaican dollar, but get one for 50,000 Jamaican dollar in September when nothing in your household changes? How come? Maybe if we get answers to those questions, certain rude people would not have to ask ghetto people how come them bright. Most houses in the ghetto don't have central air conditioning, pools and toddlers. So although most of the advertisements about saving energy are geared toward us, we are not the ones wasting the energy as we cannot afford anything beyond necessities. I guess Babylon as a reflex action. If something is wrong, just blame the ghetto whether the facts support the blame or not. Notwithstanding that fact, I am aware that we all must practice energy conservation as the protection of the environment is not only an uptown thing, but it is a national responsibility. Funny enough, this is the one social issue that uptown has to concede that we beat them to. As many of us in the ghetto learn energy conservation from our parents, they would remind us every day that they cannot pay the bill. Turn off the light, turn off the TV if nobody now watch it, and lock off the fridge. You know, yeah, waste current.